sings the egg roll song. Also, kill the animals, please. Would you like an egg roll? How about a spring roll? AGDQ donates $500. Here's $500 to help annihilate cancer. I lost my grandfather to it, but my mother was saved due to early detection. This money is going towards giving TGH a bad time and helping everyone else by stopping cancer. Thank you, Adamantoy17, for your $250 donation. Shout out to Caleb and the Core. Let's kill cancer, wreck the couch, and save those animals. Ed. Oh, gosh. Battle Athlete, thank you for your $10 donation. I remember seeing Caleb Hart and Trey Hex arm wrestling at AGDQ 2013 on YouTube and laughing at how awesome this event was, and it introduced me to Twitch and ultimately changed the course of my life. Thanks, dude. Let Caleb decide where this money goes. Charles Vania, thank you for your $50 donation. Core Hype, love you, Caleb. All right, I'm going to go ahead and step down and toss this over to Get a Whale. Thank you guys for listening to me on the host. I will be back tomorrow. Here you go, Get a Whale, who will be reading for Mighty Number 9 and Halo 2.
Hey guys, my name's Get a Whale. I'm here to bring you through the next little while here at AGDQ 2017. We're getting ready for Mighty Number 9 right now, just setting up. There were so many donations during the race, hard to read them all out, so I'm going to try to get as many of them here as I can. Before we begin Mighty number 9, we had a $100 donation from Joe saying, first time donating, found GDQ on YouTube last year, was super excited to participate live this year. Had to donate during the Mega Man block as the Mega Man series is my favorite of all time. Mega Man hype. We had a big $400 donation from Oats and Goats and the Goat Pen. Said, hey guys, since I couldn't make it this year, I figured I'd give some back. Good luck on the MMX race and may the best man win. P.S. Love you, Dom. I always have. And hurry home because Albert and I miss our Rocket League partner. During the race as well, we had Spirit Bear, $101. Caleb is running Mega Man. How could I not donate during one of my favorite runners' run? $50 for killing the animals, but $1 for giving the goat a hug before he goes, and $50 for having a bad time. If you want a status update on Kill the Animals and Save the Animals, it is very close right now. Less than $800. Oh, sorry, just over $800 now on the live update here. Separating the two. Save the Animals currently in the lead by $871. We had $200 here as well during the race from Ariel, saying, thanks for another great GDQ event, everyone. Good luck in the race, Dom. Shoutouts to Ellipsis and Tina Hacks. Donating now means even more to me after my own personal brush with cancer at the end of last year. Also, save the animals, because they're cute. We had $100 from Totally Not Waluigi. Said, too much talk about Mega Man, now it's Waluigi time. Wah! Ah! Crowd's still paying attention. There was a $100 anonymous donation here with a haiku. Best week of the year. Stamp out cancer forever. Save the animals. Nice. There was a big $600 donation, anonymous. Congratulations to Kenny Jupp, who just now destroyed the Spelunky score world record, more than 3.5 million. Go Kenny. $100 from Robo Ridley. Greetings from Canada. As a Proto Man 9 and MM3 runner, I had to donate during the Mega Man block. This goes to beating cancer with early detection and prevention, like my mother has done years ago. Also, shout-outs to The Couch and Peapot Dot. Best of luck on the Mega Man 6 run. We appreciate all the donations that came in during the Mega Man games, of course. Trying my best to read as many of them on air as we can. They've all been read in silence, and they're all appreciated, of course. There was a $200 donation from Too Shy to Shoot. Says, hi, having a great time watching those awesome runs. It's so inspiring seeing all the support in real life and donations for this good cause. Greetings from Europe. We had $100 during the race from Automan Rob. Spent countless hours in my friend's basement playing this game as a kid. I had to donate during the race. Good luck, runners. Kill the animals. Another $100 here. Saturn Drew says, hey everyone, longtime watcher, first time donator. Always been so broke before now, but for Mega Man X run, just had to donate. Maybe another $50 if Caleb wrecks the couch. Too late for that. Maybe next year. Or maybe in the summer. Who knows? Save the animals because the frames are overrated. There was a $150 donation from Rygor, saving my biggest donation for Mega Man X. X and X2 were my all-time favorite childhood games. Big shout out to Caleb and all the other runners. Core hype. $200 from Nasukin says it's going to be a very interesting race. Indeed. Eed. They wrote Eed about 100 times in the donation. And they also have shout outs to the core. Still a bit more time for some of the prizes relating to Mega Man. If you're still interested in that, we have the forgiveness.art with a $15 donation, $10 donation for the Mega Man X framed diorama, as well as the paper diorama. You can check those all out when you go to gamesdonequick.com/donate, of course. A $100 donation here from Sky Compass. First time watching AGDQ, absolutely had to donate during the Mega Man block. Happy to see a Battle Network game being played. It's the first Mega Man series I started with. Good luck to the runners. Let's have a bad time in Undertale. Just to give you guys an update on the incentives, there were 3 incentives for Mighty Number 9, which is coming up right now. Good news on the 2. The Maniac difficulty, that was met, which is fantastic. The Ray DLC, we're going to see that as well, because we all love Ray. And the soundtrack choice incentive, the 8-bit soundtrack winning by a pretty wide margin. So we're going to get the 8-bit soundtrack as well. Thank you to all the donators. $75 from Alcanet said first time donating. Mega Man EXE is my favorite Mega Man. Much love to the GDQ runners and to beating cancer. Speaking of the Ray DLC, we hit $20 here from Ultimate Demon Dog. Says this is for the Ray DLC for Mighty Number 9. Personally, I've been meaning to get into speedrunning this game, so I can't wait to learn some hot strats for this run. There was $80 here from Valacron. It says, hey y'all, how's it going? Watching AGDQ for years now. It's my first time donating. Donating in memory of my cousin who died from brain cancer at the early age of 16 years old. Also from my grandmother who died from leukemia, and to my other grandmother who fought against breast cancer and surviving. Let's kill the animals. Kill them all. There was $25 here from Lunos. It says GDQ is an incredible program and they've done tremendous work. I am a survivor myself, diagnosed in 2014. Both archived and the live GDQs helped me keep sane while I was getting treatment. Thank you so much. And finally, we had a $400 donation from Fiverr Fox. Says greetings from Austria. Here's another $400. Although I'm running short for this month, but never mind. Take my money, keep up your amazing work. Greetings to my friends that are hopefully watching right now. Love you guys. Shoutouts to my mom. Love you, Mom. You're the reason why I'm watching these awesome speedruns and spending money to an awesome cause. Thank you, Austria. Well, it seems like we're just about ready here now for Mighty Number 9, so I'm going to throw it over to greenzsaber.
Testing, testing. Can everybody hear me just fine? We're good? All right. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing tonight?
Yeah.
There are still people here. I'm surprised. You know that the Mega Man X race ended, right? You know that this is Mighty Number 9, right? All right. That's great, great. Looks like there are people interested in watching this. So let's have a good time, shall we?
All right. Sounds
Let's
good.
do it.
All right, so I'm going to be playing on Maniac difficulty. This is the hardest difficulty, and it's also the fastest category. In this difficulty, I will die in one hit, basically. So, as a brief introduction to myself, I am greenzsaber, and I will be your host for tonight. And I am a maniacal anime fan who loves challenge runs, and I am going to be hopefully delivering a good show. And I'd like to turn it on to my couch to have them introduce themselves.
Mr. Cab.
I'm Random, aka Randy.
And I'm LV Creed.
And that's Minnie Beck right there. Say hi, Minnie Beck. All right, you guys ready to rock?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. When I say go, let's start the timer. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Woo! Take it away, Mr. Cab.
All right, so this is Mighty Number 9, a game that has a little bit of infinity, but we still find it pretty fun. As Green said, we're playing on Maniac difficulty, so we're going to die in one hit, but we do get some trade-offs that work to our advantage. We are going to start with all of the weapons we would get from the Mighty Numbers through the course of the game, and they're going to do a little more damage than they would have done on the normal difficulty. So normally here, and in fact still here, you can't use the dash for the beginning of the game. We do get to open up, because we have the weapons with the bulldozer, to speed ahead, save some time. Otherwise, if you haven't seen this game yet, the basic mechanic you're going to see is you shoot an enemy a few times, they change to this different color, they've got blocks floating around them, and you just dash into them, they die. As that happens, you can get some abilities from them. If it's blue, it builds up, you eventually get an energy tank. If they're yellow, it raises your defense. This is one-hit kill mode, so those aren't going to be very useful to us. There's still red that makes your weapons more powerful, and there's green that makes you a lot faster. So this section was just sort of speeding ahead of this construction robot in the background. We're going to see more of him later. If you haven't noticed by now, we're using Battalion's weapon, these grenades that cause these massive explosions. It's really OP. That's the primary way we're going to take care of enemies throughout the course of the game. This is the first of many enemy rush sections we're going to see as we go along here. We just have to take out enemies as fast as possible, and then we get to move on. So that is most of what we're going to see. Other little notes on movement, you might notice from the Mega Man X series, you're used to kind of air dashing. Beck has infinite air dashing. We're going to make use of that as we go along. You can also dash down. It's just not as useful. So we're going to get this one red power-up to help out with the first boss, this little construction robot. Turns out he does have a weakness, even though on normal you would just have Buster at this point. This fight should be over before I'm finished talking.
Wow.
The dodges.
Whew, that was close.
Well done.
That was
I've
very
actually
close.
never gotten a 3 absorb before he dashes. That's new.
So you can say that never happened before?
Still not a great time, though. It's kind of average.
Hey, we had a big $500 donation from Anonymous. Says, love AGDQ, kill all the animals.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Thank you for your generosity.
All right, so next up, we're going to be going straight to Mighty Number 6, a.k.a. Aviator, Avi for short. Technically, in Maniac mode, since you get all the weapons available at the very start, there's generally no particular order they can go. You can just go to any given stage because you have the weakness for every single Mighty Number. However, in this case, there's going to be particular routing differences starting here because, as you know, when you beat a particular Mighty Number, they are capable of helping out in specific stages. And Aviator is one of those characters that we're going to need to help in a later stage. As for Aviator stage itself, it's a typical sky stage with a little bit of a vertical aspect since it's a tower. The big constant here is going to be the wind. The drag can either hurt you or help you, depending on the direction you're going. For the most part, it's going to hurt you because you're going to be working against it. It could really be hazardous going over pits and so on and so forth. Now here, we got a mid-boss where we're going to pretty much use our go-to weapon, Battalion's weapon, and just pretty much blow the thing to smithereens. To make it faster, he's going to try to collect all the red power-ups, so the increased damage from said red power-ups can make the fight go faster.
Nice.
And right now he got all the power-ups, so this fight should be going very, very fast, really, really soon. So there we go. Very good kill. Very, very good kill. So overall, like I said, there's really nothing too special about it aside from the win. It's pretty much just making sure that you maintain poise. Because with all the wind that's going to be blowing in your way, you can easily panic if you try to rush a little bit too fast. Usually when you starting off as a new player, you can pretty much just panic when you miss a platform to grab on. It's very common, so you wind up just scrambling and you wind up missing the ledge and you wind up falling and dying. Well, we're hoping that Green's movement is going to be clean enough so you don't wind up getting into that kind of situation, especially with obstacles that are ahead, boxes, enemies. You wind up
Thanks,
moving
Avi.
Yes, thank you, Avi. But yeah, right now the movement's pretty clean. No scrambling, no anything. And we're near the end. We just got one more little obstacle to go through. At this point, it's going to be a little vertical session where we're going to have an updraft. This we're going to use Aviator's move, since we already have that. Aviator's move allows you to jump a little higher. That little height is going to speed up the vertical section just a little bit, and you're going to be continuously dashing to increase your vertical height. So now we're pretty much at Avi right now, where the boss is a little special. So, Aviator is very annoying. We do not want to see this. Whenever he copy bombs, he's very fast and he's very hard to hit. And the weapon you're going to be using is Countershade's weapon. It's very powerful. It's able to home in on Aviator, but you have very little ammo to work with. So it's very, very worrisome if you miss. Should be heading to, yes. Like most enemies, bosses in Mega Man type games, they're going to have a desperation phase. This is important because throughout the run, we're going to have some desperation skips that are going to be along the way. Avi doesn't necessarily have one, but you're going to see a couple attempts of others soon. And it looks like, yep, we got a chance to kill here.
Nice.
A little bit trolly, but still an overall solid fight. Another thing that Maniac Mode has over normal is that you don't get the weapon get screen, the fanfare and all that. You can just go straight into the mission clear sign and you can just keep on going from there. And now we're just going to go to our next recommended order and we're going to go straight to Power Gen.
Yeah, so we're going into Pyro, which is mighty number 1. So we're going to heat things up a little bit. That's why I'm also sitting with the coat, because I'm a little cold. So I want to
to the
say
ground!
So you're going to see right here at the beginning, he's going to attempt a very important glitch that could actually help us out. It's called the iframe glitch. And what he's doing, and very successfully done, good job, Green. So basically what he did there is he went on top of a box, and he went to do a move that you saw him do in Avi, where he jumped backwards and shot a bullet. So he went to do that, and when Beck does that, he actually gets iframes. So what you want to do is explode the box under him while he's in animation before he jumps, and you'll actually get to keep the iframes, and you interrupt the animation completely. The only thing is he will now lose the iframes, because you lose iframes every time there's a transmission, or if he changes weapons, or if he's hanging and he climbs up instead of jumping up. So here we have a little bit of an enemy rush, where he'll just start clearing up things. He has to be very careful because fire is falling from the sky, and he doesn't want to get hit by that.
The lag is real.
The lag is so real. So now he went to go for another animation skip. Nice. He got a good eye glitch. Very nicely done. As you can see, this is very important because he's stuck in fire, and he needs to have that. So one of the nice things about this game compared to actually playing a Mega Man game is that once you help the Mighties, some Mighties will actually help out in the background. So you see those silicals falling, those actually would fall on top of Beck if we didn't get Avi first. So it was kind of important that we got Avi first. In case he didn't get the eye glitch, then it would have made it very hard to get through that part, but that was very well done. Good job, Green. So now he's coming up against Pyro, and he's going to be using Avi's move, and you're going to see he's going to switching in and out of weapon, and what that does is that it allows him to have multiple fans out. He's technically only supposed to have one, but he's going to have two out, and he's doing what we call a Pyro juggle, where he's basically hitting him as much as he can before he goes into a desperation glitch, gets it perfectly. Good job, Green. That's not an easy trick, to be honest.
Hey, we had a big $500 donation from Anonymous saying this event is amazing. Down GDQ last year was so amazed how many people were brought together by games. Kill the animals.
All right, so with Pyro out of the way, we're going to go chill with Cryo. Cryo's kind of infamous in this game for having all the punny dialogue, so we're going to try and keep that up a little bit so we're not drowning too much in him. Or so that we are drowning him, I should say. This is actually the only water level in the game. This is probably the best place to show off the downward dash. The only bad thing about it is once you start dashing down, you can't actually stop, but it is the fastest way to sink in the water, so you're going to see it a few times here. There is actually some ground down there. I'm not sure what's there. I think I saw it once in the beta days of this game, but we just dash right over it and continue forward. The name of the game for the second half of this stage, because after this it's really just one more dash here, that's actually pretty free. You just go right up against the wall. This whole stage, actually. Up until the second half is not bad. Once you are in the ice, things get a little iffy. You can't actually grab ledges anymore for the second half of the stage, and there's two mini-bosses that are actually a little tricky, kind of these Pong machines. I think Green wanted to talk about those.
Yes, the mini-boss of this stage, it's actually one of the hardest, well, it was one of the hardest obstacles in the run. But using this trick, I figured out that a trick that makes this trivial. So all I had to do to make this boss really easy was attack the right machine first. If I used to attack the left machine, and sometimes if I beat it too fast, there would be a glitch that would turn that left machine invincible, and I could do nothing about it except kill myself. But fortunately, with this tactic, that's not a problem, and it also has the added benefit of getting rid of the ball, which is really the biggest pain in this fight.
All right, so then with those two out of the way, we're going to try and save this red power-up we just got and get a full charge of Pyro. This is going to give us a really powerful fire attack to use against her. As kind of an ice-based robot, she's going to take a lot of damage from that, and we've already gotten through one of her 3 cycles. So from here, we should get the absorb before she hits the ground. Looks like we just missed it, so we're going to actually see the desperation attack.
Or not.
Not for long.
So good fight indeed.
Ice to see you. It gets to the point later on in this game where Cryo in-game is being criticized for all of her buns.
That's very true.
Why am I running this game?
Why are we commentating this game?
All right, so since I brought up that question, let me tell you a little bit about myself and why actually I'm choosing to run this game out of all games. Okay, so I'm very new to the speedrunning community. I actually started speedrunning in July 2016. Yes, very recent. So I'm primarily a person who likes figuring stuff out, and I used to write guides and walkthroughs. So I decided I really wanted a community I could share ideas with and whatnot. So I decided that, hey, you know what? I've heard a lot of good things about the speedrunning community. Let's try this. Let's try getting into the community. But the thing is, I wanted to pick a game where I could have an immediate impact, so to speak. So I decided to choose this game because, well, it was new. It had a lot of potential, and it could. I figured I could determine a lot of the strats in this game, which I did. I've routed about like 90% of these the strats of these in this game. I also really like challenge runs. I'm the kind of guy who likes going for low percent buster only runs, that sort of thing. So when I found out this game had the one-hit kill difficulty, I was actually very interested in trying this game. So normal difficulty, the mode most people run, doesn't really interest me as much because it's not as exciting. You don't get that thrill. I really like that risk-reward aspect that this difficulty has. Well, that's really enough about me. Let's get on to the rest of the stage. I mean, we were supposed to be talking about that, right?
I think so. All right, well, you see now we're coming into Dina stage. This is the third one. See those giant pink things? Yeah, pink isn't good. Green always says pink stuff is bad stuff. So in honorary, I decided to wear pink for the bad stuff. Someone's got to root for them, right?
Yeah!
So it's a little scary right here what he's coming up to. He has to come right under. There we go, very nicely done. That's not a nice area. It's a little trolly. One
People
little slip
die
and you can
a lot
die.
here.
That's a one-hit kill no matter what difficulty you're playing on. So it gets a little nerve-wracking. So
Yeah.
as you saw before, we had one, and now we have two little enemy rushes that have to come in. Thank you, Dr. Sanda.
Woo, Sanda!
Very nice. And now we are coming up to mighty number 3, Dina, who is an electronic floating thing. I don't really know what she is. But we have to be careful with her because she has a lot of different RNG that may have her just flying in the air like so. We want her to stay low. That was okay RNG. She can get the worst where she can fly up into the ceiling, and then you can never reach her. So we had okay RNG. And then we're going to, there we go. That's the RNG we would like to see. Very nice job.
Hey, we hit $75 here from Gumjaw. Said I'm sad I couldn't be there with you guys. I had to donate during the run to show my support. Our community is small, but we are mighty. Good luck on the run, Green, and here's hoping for all of those sweet, sweet desperation skips. P.S. Thanks, Avi. Money goes to runner's choice.
All right, so we're coming up on Battalion stage. Battalion stage is a stage that we would normally start off if we were going to normal mode, but since we in Maniac mode, we can just pretty much choose him at any given moment. His stage is pretty straightforward. There's really nothing all too special about his stage. All you're going to be doing is just try to collect as many green and red power-ups as possible to go through the stage as quickly as possible. This is another stage where you're going to see the invisibility glitch in action. There are going to be multiple places where you're going to see him try to utilize it. Should be one coming up right now, and he got it successfully. There are several backups where he couldn't gotten it, but he got it first try, so we don't have to worry about them. So as mentioned, there are places where you can cancel the glitch. So since we're in the kill room right now, the glitch is no longer active, and so you got to be careful, try to manage all the elements down in the room. So right now he's going to be trying to get a red power up so he can try to get through all the enemies as quickly as possible, and afterwards try to get a green power up so he can dash through the little straightaway a little quicker. He didn't get it. That's all right. But like I said, not a very special stage, not much to mention. Cryo does happen to come in and help us since we beat her stage, and she helps out here, but overall she's useless in this stage, so there's really nothing worthwhile about her. And kind of
Thankfully, that's right next to a checkpoint, so I don't lose too much time. No biggie.
yeah, that was supposed to be a candidate for another invisibility glitch, so we're going to see if Green's able to try and do it again. Hopefully without blowing to smithereens. There we go. So in some stages, there are little shortcuts that allow you to get through some little areas a little faster. There's going to be one coming up very, very soon. Right here, blow up the boss, dash down, keep moving forward. The final bits of the stage isn't worth noting. You just try to maneuver your way through the remaining obstacles. Also, another quick note, the invisibility glitch does not work against most instant kill things, such as spikes. So he got to be careful not to hit through spikes, otherwise he's going to be dead regardless if he got the glitch or not. Coming on to Battalion, he's weak to Cryo's weapon, and it's extremely effective on him. you can pretty much just spam him and he'll pretty much just get wrecked very fast. This move is instant kill, but of course that's pointless in instant kill mode, but in every other mode, that's an instant kill move. So just continue to spam Cryo, and there you go.
Nice.
Very good fight. Probably got to move for a quick donation.
Cool. We hit $77 here. Anonymous saying, thanks for being awesome, guys. The Mega Man X race lived up to the hype, but I'm looking forward to the mighty number 9 speed run.
That's surprising.
All right, so with Battalion out of the way, we're going to go into Seismic stage. Go figure, we're going to use bombs on a construction-based robot with a chiseled jaw who throws rocks at you. So, unlike Sunday Night, though, this stage is more underground. The main thing that goes on in this stage, we're going to eventually see some giant pink drills. And kind of like the silos in Pyro stage, even if this wasn't Maniac mode, they'd be one-hit kill. So this was actually early on in trying to figure out a route for this game, the point where we kind of saw a run get submitted that had the invincibility glitch, and we're trying to figure out how are they getting through all these drills without getting killed. The drills here and the silos are actually the only pink stuff that you can't use the invincibility glitch to, that you can use the invincibility glitch to survive. And it looks like we didn't get it there, so we're going to have to be careful here. So really, it's not too bad not having the invincibility glitch. It just means we're going to have to wait through a few extra cycles to be sure that we clear things. It is actually possible to squeeze between those two drills down there, but it's really precise. This section is a little cycle-based.
Oh, there we go.
And just like Mega Man 2, those moles keep coming out of the floor and the ceiling. There are a lot of checkpoints actually in this game, so we're not going to be that far back. What's this section again?
These hitboxes.
Yeah.
Those moles actually are really annoying. Like I think you can destroy them and like they still leave some sort of residual hitbox behind, and this isn't too uncommon.
Okay, let's see if this will go correct now.
There we go.
There we go.
This section is a little cycle-based. I think we got here a little too late for the early cycle, which is going to actually make our lives a lot easier for getting through the rest of it. One of the options you can actually choose in this game when you're just playing through it casually, you can just go and set your life counter to have 9 lives. A lot of times in runs, we just keep it there because, you know, deaths are bad. If you're dying, you're going slow. But in Maniac mode, you're capped at having 2 extra lives. So here's why we went to Battalion first. Slightly faster to have Battalion take care of this block than let that sort of Napalm Man drill sort of device make its way through there. So this is Seismic. Seismic's going to just get completely annihilated by these grenades. The only thing we're kind of hoping for here, looks like it's not going to happen, you can set it up so Seismic is underneath that pillar that comes down, which makes it oh so slightly faster. And a little bit of trivia, Seismic can make a bunch of crates fall from the ceiling. They're the only thing in Maniac mode that won't kill you in 1 hit.
Everything else is fair game, because who needs damage boosts anyways?
Hey, we had $20 here from Amy. Says shout out to a great friend of mine, Gooey's brother greenzsaber for his first speed run at GDQ. You got this.
Yeah. All right, so the next one we're coming up against is Brand, which is number 7. And Brand, his entire level is based on a highway, although this will be the one of the 2 times we will be seeing some railroading, which if anyone doesn't know what that means, it means the camera is controlled on a certain time that we cannot go any faster. We have to stick with the camera. So a little irony in my opinion. So you're going to see a lot of these signs coming across, and it could play a little dangerous just because of the fact that when we shoot the bomb, we can click again to actually explode the bomb at a certain time. But the problem is ooh, nice. The problem is that sometimes Beck has an animation where he trips, or he just grabs the ground really fast, and you can't shoot the bomb while he's tripping. So we have to be extra careful every time we see the sign coming, and when we know when the sign is coming. It's not RNG'd, so we know when the signs are coming. So we're coming to the second of 3 different sections of this map, where the next section coming up on this part of the map will be actually another enemy rush. So we do have time for another donation if you would like to.
Absolutely. We had $100 here from Terry J. Says, donating in memory of a friend I lost to cancer. Thanks to all of the volunteers and to the runners.
Very nicely done. So we got one more thing coming up right here. It's just a bunch of wheels. We'll just get rid of them from the side, jump over. All right, so now we are up to one of the most exciting parts of the entire run, and that is the railroad. Very nicely done. We like to get the invincibility glitch here just because sometimes the enemies can be a little annoying.
And as a side note, you can stand on air here.
So we have our own magic carpet glitch. So we got another railroad, so we can take a few more donations if you would like.
Yeah, great. We have a $200 donation here from N3V375 saying, cancer sucks. I've deployed 3 times, lost both my great uncles and uncle while deployed to cancer. I love this event. I love the cause. Save the frames, kill the animals. Right after that, there was an anonymous $100 donation. Easy for me to say.
Just to piggyback on the stage, as you can see, Brandon is just rolling along the stage trying to make the terrain treacherous by slicing up the cars that are in the way, knowing that pretty much he's affected by whatever mystery that's got all these mighty numbers corrupted in the first place. It's just a few little spots here and there, but nothing special. It's still your typical auto-scroller.
Thankfully, these are robot controlled. I'm so glad there were no humans in these cars.
Or are they? A little bit of French horror right there.
So pretty much that is the end of the auto-scroller. Now we're coming up to Brand.
He's the hardest fight in this run.
This is definitely one of the hardest fights because he has the idea of Dina just moving around a lot with a lot of RNG. But the problem is there will be moments where you'll see either Beck going through Brand or Brand. Yep. That's going to basically happen where one of them will go through each other, and then sometimes he's still vulnerable and will take a hit. So
I'll try it again.
we're going to go one more time with mix move, and if not, there's a backup strat. Very nice. So we're going for a trick here. No, doesn't look like it's going to happen. There's a certain little frame that you can hit him to actually skip his desperation skip, but it's very tough to get. Ooh, it doesn't always happen. Ooh, the bounce back.
Well, looks like I'm going with the backup. I tried. It's better than nothing.
So we're gonna keep it quiet so that he can concentrate now.
Buster strats.
Ooh. Very nicely done. That is not an easy fight. That is not an easy fight at all.
We had $50 here from Crowbar saying, had to donate during the Blue Bomber block. That's a good way to put it. Since we've already donated over $500,000, here's hoping we can break last year's record. I like the sound of that.
Let's go for the 2 million. Okay, so the next boss of this stage is Countershade.
Initiating Countershade protocol.
Okay, so about this stage is fairly unique. So this is actually the Oval Office. In case you guys didn't know, this is actually set in America. So this is this game's version of the White House, so to speak. So basically what happens is Countershade actually took over the president's office and is now the new president somehow. And what I'm going to do is a move called, I call the Servbot Special, after the guy who found this certain step. So basically have to attack him a certain way. And if done correctly, I only need to encounter him 3 times in order to move on to the next phase. So funny fact about Countershade, his voice actor is actually Steve Blum. Now, I actually did meet Steve Blum at a convention a few weeks ago, and he had some interesting things to say about this game. So, as it turns out, he actually did the voice work for this game about 3 or 4 years ago, his exact words. And he actually doesn't remember too much about it, because he's done about 300 projects since then. And also, he said he was going to retweet one of my tweets that he's with the picture of the game that he signed, but turns out he never did because, well, I can't really blame him because, after all, he's probably doesn't want to remember too much about the work he did for this game anyways. Ooh. Okay, looks like I was a little too far for that, so I'll have to go through the return trip here. You gotta be careful with the marathon lock, folks. It happens.
We had $10 here from Hedons. Says, stay mighty, Green. Shout out to Goo. You're the best.
Alright, let's hope he gives me a good spawn pattern because Shade can be quite a troll as far as where he spawns. That usually loses a bit of time. Okay, that's good.
Nice.
See, he was 1 hit away. If I had been much closer, I would have gotten 3 encounters instead of 4, but it happens. Not much you can do about it except move on. Okay, we're coming up to the boss fight. So this boss fight is interesting. He's invisible for most of the fight. But with Dina's weapon, you can actually make him visible for the entirety of the fight. Let's see if he's nice to me. Okay, yes, he is. So I can actually get the desperation skip this time.
Very nice.
Nice.
Green, you might have some more Twitter followers after this run. $75 from Purple Skittle says, this runner is so energetic and fun. It's awesome to see someone with such a big personality at GDQ. Props to you, Green, and I hope to see you back.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Don't hold your horses now.
I can't see anything anymore.
Yeah, don't need these.
Yeah. All right, now that we're at the prison, for this, we got a little callback from the Kickstarter. Of course, as you know, there was a Kickstarter goal in which there was, if you get to a certain amount, Call could be playable. So this is the stage that we're given. Call's movements is somewhat similar to Beck. You can fire. Her buster shot's a little weak. She can air dash. She actually has the ability to hover, and she actually has a barrier in which to guard from specific shots. We're gonna try to avoid these chargers. These chargers take time to actually recharge the barriers, and of course, that's gonna waste time, needless to say. The purpose of this particular stage is that there are key cards scattered out through the prison where you're gonna wind up trying to open up each and every single door. So optimal movement is gonna be necessary in order to get through them.
Well, looks like I'm going for the backup.
So
Safe
much
strats, unfortunately. Sorry.
So much for said optimal movement.
It happens.
Well, all that being said, for the most part, it's a straightforward area. just a little bit of searching around for the key cards, and this little enemy rush area. You really can't speed it up all too much, especially with these bombs. All these bombs at times, so you pretty much gotta wait these bombs out in order to go to the next phase. And like I said, her buster's relatively weak, so you're gonna have to pretty much mash all these enemies because she got no quick way to destroy them because she doesn't have a dash. Overall, not too special about this area. We can probably have one quick donation.
All right, how about this? $102.26 from Eric says, I was hoping there'd be a run of Mighty Number 9 during GDQ this year. I have donated 1% of my Mighty Number in celebration that the run is at a time that I can actually watch it.
Take care of this enemy right quick. Nice. So now we got a little more obstacles to go through. We're gonna make use of the barrier here because there's gonna be some enemies that are gonna be in the way shooting their whatever shots they have. So the barrier gets some use here. Get the key card here, and we move on to the final little obstacle, where it's going to be a little treacherous spike drop. Careful, dashing and hovering is going to be needed to get through. Very clean movement. Very clean movement.
There's
And
a trick
now-
to that. So just gotta watch the wide line. That's all.
Now we got a little bit of elevator action with a special little doggy. I tend to call this guy Vilgarderp. No points for where that little reference came from, but this is a very tedious boss fight. It's pretty much you're waiting for specific crates to come in where you get one or two options. You either get a bomb, which deals the most damage, or a sensor, which repairs the eye, which he destroys. Right now, we're starting off pretty well. But the thing of it is, according to how the boss works, there's going to be 2 sensors and 2 bombs regardless. So the first 4 are pretty much going to be set. It's the final crate that's going to determine if we say time or not. The final crate needs to be a bomb. If the bomb doesn't show up, we're going to waste 20 seconds because the sensor is going to repair the eye and you got to destroy the eye first before the next crate comes. So we're just going to have to see what happens. This is a very long and tedious boss fight, and this is probably another good shot for donations.
Can we get a donation call here?
Absolutely. Well, how about this one? $90 here from Zayagami says, a mighty number 9 $T to go towards preventing cancer and killing the animals. Keep up the good work, all you speed runners.
I honestly wish I could just Hadouken this boss to death, like Mega Man X, but no dice here.
We hit $50 anonymous saying, I'm loving every second of this MN9 run. Go green! I'd love to donate more, but I guess this is better than nothing.
It's okay. $50 is enough. Every little bit helps, you know.
Anyway, it looked like we got ourselves a little bit of bad luck. We got a sensor for that final crate, so unfortunately we're gonna lose
This
time.
is the 4th crate, by the way.
Apparently I can't count.
It's okay.
Grade school knowledge has apparently escaped me.
It's okay. I can tell because the health bar should be really low.
Well, we still got a sensor anyway, so it doesn't even matter now.
At least he didn't delete the turret or the sensor, so we're fine. We're fine.
Overall, good fight.
Yeah!
Shout out to Doc Zonda.
We love you, Sonda. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The purpose of the whole mission is to see one specific professor that was locked up in this high security prison. So now that we're done with that, now we're about to go to our secondary part, to the robot factory. Green, you got this?
Yes, I do. Okay, so as you probably, I'm not familiar with the story, most of you. So the basic story is your typical Mega Man game. It's kind of like that. So basically the story is the robots in America have gone berserk. And Among those robots that have gone berserk are the mighty numbers, and Beck and Call are the only robots who have not been infected by this mysterious virus. And the reason we went to the prison stage, as LB Creed said, was to go to see the professor and who knows what's going on. And as it turns out, the source of all the corruption in America is right in this factory. And it's our job to stop this evil. Okay, so we got a mini boss here. Let's see if I can get a quick kill on it. Ah, so close.
so
So
close.
close. That's all right. We didn't die. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this next area, the sniper weapon makes quick work of everything here. So this stage is a bit special in that you're pretty much forced to use most of the mighty number weapons here. Okay, so we got the intro mini boss revived, and he gave me the worst opening move he could get, but that's all right. We're still alive here. And followed up by the best opening move we could get. Fun stuff. Okay, so I just gotta blow up these switches to get through, and we're coming up to what I call the boss rush room. So unlike the Mega Man series, this is this game's version of the boss rush. Only, oh, hold on. This is see right here. Even the game admits that the puns are bad. Just point that out to you. So basically, in this room. The tables have turned, and now the bosses are actually doing a boss rush on the enemies here, the berserk robots. So this room is it's basically like a timed room. It ends after about 40 seconds. So just gotta wait it out. You don't really have to kill anything here if you don't want to. Okay, coming up, we have this conveyor belt section. Just have to get through that, and we can finally face the source of all the corruption in this world. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna defeat the evil here and save America from... All right, so this is actually not the real boss. This is just a guardian for the real thing. Get ready. We're about to find out who the real boss is, and it is this button.
Oh no.
Not the button.
Yes, this button
jump
right
button,
here.
this
This is the
evil
source of all the
red
evil
button.
that has corrupted the robots in America. And yes, we have finally defeated the evil button. So America is saved. Or is it? So it turns out, actually, this button, we're not done yet. Even though we destroyed the evil button, the berserk robots are now no longer berserk, but this button has unfortunately corrupted one of the most powerful robots in this America. Don't ask me how. Her name is Trinity, and now we have to go and stop Trinity from running rampant.
Trinity is kind of assimilated and made a stronghold out of this robot coliseum that they talk about early on in the game. Most of the movement here is going to be based around some kind of like cell-looking blocks that you shoot them a few times, they turn into solid platforms you can stand on and not take damage from anymore. And then a few just moving platforms or the walls and the floors of the whole arena are moving around. Enemies, there's a few normal enemies from earlier in the game, but there's a lot of these sort of floating things. This enemy rush section, really the main thing to remember. In the process of killing things as fast as you can, you want to use these explosions to kill enemies that are all the way in the top corner. Otherwise, it's just watch your weapon energy.
We have time for a donation call if you so desire.
Yeah. Hey, you might appreciate this one. $5 from Paralysis. Says, hey, greenzsaber, glad to see there's still people running Mighty Number 9. I forgot to tell you guys how the invincibility glitch works. I'm sorry you guys had to figure it out on your own. Watching this run makes me want to go for an any % world record, so watch out, Green.
It's okay. done all I could do in this game, honestly. I'm really more into it for the strats, and I've pretty much found all I could for this game. So if you want the world record, go right ahead. I won't stop you.
What a generous guy this guy is.
These platforms mainly reappear based on how far away from you are. This section can be a little frustrating casually.
I would like to see a maniac run from you, though. That's the only thing.
So far, Green's one of the few who've been brave enough to try Maniac.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Well, Randy suffered through it, so he knows how I feel.
So one more auto scroller here. There's really not that much going on in this last stage right now.
Can we get another donation call?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have $20 from HF Cube Buddy. Says, keep it up. Greenzsaber is so fun to watch. We also had $18.98 here from Will C. So shout out to my fraternity brother on the couch. Hail Symphonia and kill the animals.
All hail.
It actually is possible to activate the invincibility glitch here in this section. It's just not the most useful thing to do.
I've died more times trying to attempt it, so that's why I don't go for it.
Yeah.
It's very tough to do that trick.
Especially if the text box is in the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. You can basically go under the stage there. So there's a little bit of room under the screen, under that last cell that we crashed into to cross through and still catch the updraft on the other side to come up. This whole stage reminds me too much of Mario World. So coming up, actually, we have kind of a traditional end of a Mega Man type game kind of boss. Sort of your Yellow Devil clone for this game. Just like most of them, we're going to need a little bit of serious time just to get this quick kill.
All right, this is just an exercise in counting, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Easy devil.
Easy devil.
I think that's how we all sound like when we try to play this game.
It really is just get back there and mash.
All right, so that was the final boss, except not really. This is the final boss, a giant pink flower. A giant pink monstrous flower. Yes, that's right.
So the weak point that's actually going to take damage is the very top where the flower is. You can destroy the stem on the way. The one thing to be careful of is if you get through 3 absorption cycles, she'll go into her desperation attack, and that takes a lot of time. It's slow. So you want to get 2 absorbs in and kind of get to this halfway to the next phase. It is possible to stand down there, especially on normal difficulty, and just hack away. And I think the true weakness is Seismic's bulldozer attack, but with this fountain on Maniac difficulty, we want to be nowhere near that.
Time's coming up.
And time is when we collect the orb.
And
time.
Yeah. Nice shot, Green.
very well played.
We're not done yet, though.
It's true.
We got some more coming up.
Yeah, the
You guys
donation
paid
is
to
Stay
see another
tuned.
stage.
What was the time?
46:58.
Okay, that's not a great time, but I'll take it. There was many things that went wrong, but it's okay. It happens.
So we're doing credit skip, right?
Yes. Now, most of you know that the credits are over 4 hours long. Now, we did have a little talk about having a possible donation incentive to have the credits in the background somewhere and see how many games we could beat before these credits are done. But we'll leave that to the GDQ staff to decide.
God bless you for not allowing that to happen.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them yet. So, okay. So let me check my in-game time here just to see where we stand. I think it should be about a 33. Yeah.
How about 33?
Yeah. About a 33.
It's better than my time, which is an hour long, by the way.
My run's still going.
All right. So we're gonna do the race stage, and let's have Randy take
Yeah, so
over
this was actually the donation incentive to have Green play through the DLC Ray. So basically, you have to play this level to then unlock the DLC character Ray, so that you can play her story, which is down the road. So we're still in Maniac, so that still means it's a one-hit kill. Doesn't matter about what it is, but Ray is a little tricky. Ray has like some of the same motion ideas as Brand, but the thing is, she also disappears and reappears right there.
Oh yeah!
That is the worst RNG possible that you can get ever, and I don't know how Green did it, but that was amazing. That was amazing.
Gotta have those good reaction skills to get up on something like that.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Okay, so that was stage 1 of 3. So, okay, my heart's racing a little bit. So now we're coming up to exploding a lot of pizza pies on the screen and weird red worms wiggling
By the way,
around.
I do have a little craving for some pizza. Do you guys want to get some pizza after this? My
I'm
treat.
down for pizza after
we know a
this.
place.
As long as it's meat lovers. Give me meat lovers.
Yeah, meat lovers.
Meat lovers? Okay. Yeah, let's do that after this run is over.
All right,
My
so now
treat.
this is the second time we're going to be fighting Ray. It's going to be adding just a couple more moves. Just if you thought the first time was scary, let's make it even harder. So sometimes she can shoot those twice instead of once. And then sometimes she'll pop up in the air, shoot down, and shoot some big fire thingies that look like just random explosions. But nice job. So that was 2 out of 3. We have one more coming up. So as you notice, there was no health bar on the bottom, but now this last one will indeed have a health bar. So more worms, more bats, more everything. Mighty is all. So we're going to be taking out a couple more walls, taking out a few more worms, and then we're going to be climbing up, make it a more dramatic scene where you climb up a ladder. And we are going to now see Ray for the final time. Now she actually has a health bar. So Ray's weakness is actually the Buster. You could use the ice to slow Ray down, but it barely does any damage. So you want to use the Buster as much. So here is her desperation. That's pretty much it. I'm just kidding. So she's going to actually shoot this possibly 2 times. She can go up to 3 times in this round. And now here we go with the frantic teleporting. Actually got lucky with that RNG. Wasn't too bad. Oh, never mind. Commentator curse. Sorry about that.
I haven't died yet. That's always a good thing.
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah. Very nicely done, Green. Very nicely done. And that was the Ray donation incentive.
All right, so we're not done yet. I have one more thing to show you guys, then we can finally finish this run. Okay, so I'm going to close this game off, the run for this game off the right way. So what I'm going to do is go back to this stage here. So Ray was unlocked, but we're not going to go for Ray, unfortunately. We don't have enough time, so I'm going to go back to the oil platform here. And then we will close this game off the right way, the way it's in a very fitting fashion. Okay, so I get the invincibility glitch here.
Nice.
So I find one of these guys here. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I didn't get it. But this gives you an instant game over, and I'm gonna have to restart this. Now, the weird thing about this game over is that you don't actually start from the start of the stage. And for some reason, the fire is, the oil fields are lit. Okay, here's another guy. Let's try this again. There we go. Hey! Enjoy the light show, folks. This is what I call the bleeding back glitch.
And it hard locks the game pretty much, or soft locks the game pretty much.
So
Nice
this is
shot.
I've just soft locked the game. So this is yeah, I can think of no other way to end the run for this game. All right, so that's Mighty number 9, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Maybe you'll actually like the game now.
Maybe.
And thanks for having me here.
Hey, Green, I actually have a special donation here. It's $20 from a certain overlord. It says, our mom always said playing video games would never amount to anything, but here you are raising thousands of dollars to fight cancer and supporting the very field she works in. From your little brother and sister watching at home, fight for everlasting peace, dude.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thanks, Avi.
Thanks, Avi. All right, I just want to have a few words to say. So this run is dedicated to all the anime fans out there. Don't let that trailer tell you. Don't let that trailer tell you you don't have a date. You guys can definitely get one if you try hard enough. This is also to all. Is also dedicated to all the backers. This is also dedicated to all the backers for the game. I hope you guys finally get the backer rewards that you so deserve. Please, Comcept, please give these guys what they paid for. I'm begging you. You guys are free to retweet that, by the way. And this is also dedicated to all the smaller streamers out there. Even though I might be a smaller streamer, but with enough determination and drive and a little bit of creativity, maybe you too can be like me and end up on the big stage.
Yeah.
Just got to do your best. And I would like to thank the couch. You guys were awesome. I'd like to thank the sign holders. You guys were also amazing. Amazing. And I'd like to thank the speedrunning community. You guys are great. I love you guys. This is exactly the community I was looking for, and I hope to have more adventures with you guys in the future. All right, that's it.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Green, on a fantastic run. And on both couches, very impressive. $20 here from Matt Shonuff, said just started playing Mighty number 9 recently. Got a lot of joy seeing this great game get wrecked. Kenny Omega is the best in the world. Before we move on to our next game, guys, we're actually going to kick it over to a commercial break. Welcome back, guys, to AGDQ 2017. A lot of donations actually rolled in during that Mighty number 9 run. I'll get to some of them here. We have Pizza Dude Man Guy, $50. So thanks for destroying the final boss of Mighty number 9. I only beat him myself when he glitched and fell through the floor. We had another $50 from BRHH. Says, greenzsaber, congrats on the totally hilarious, awesome run. You are the best, and your commentary was fantastic. The feel-good run of the marathon so far. And if you ask me, I think Green's going to be picking up some more Twitch followers and Twitter followers after that run. Ardell donated $38 and said, I'm sad that I missed the Mega Man X run, but I'm donating $50